Alright guys, I'm Coach Luke. I'm here with George. I'm going to try to show you one of my favorite techniques I like to do from the back. It's a little unorthodox, so it catches a lot of people off guard. First time I'm going to show you full speed, then I'm going to break it down in more detail. Okay? Got George on the back. Alright, so now let's break it down in a little more detail. Okay, so this attack specifically is going to be for the underhook side of the back. You see this a lot in no-gi these days. It's very popular, but the underhook side starting to become more popular in the gi as well. But there's some major advantages we have if you go to underhook side, and one of them is this choke, and this is the Felipe Pena choke. I use it a lot, and it catches a lot of people off guard. So again, I got to go to underhook side. Once I get here, I need to have my feet free. So I'd rather him not trap my legs like this or something. It's kind of trapping himself as well, but it's going to prevent me from doing this choke. So after I get my points, imagine it's a tournament. I usually like to switch my hooks to something like this or body triangle. Okay, this does a couple of things. It makes it very difficult for him to escape my bottom hook, and then my top leg is very light, very easy to trap arms and start doing all kinds of attacks. And it's also good for pushing him down low, down my body. Okay, that's gonna be important for this choke as well. Okay, so once I get here, I got my seatbelt, and let's say my underhook hand, I kind of just grab his trap, just have it resting here on his shoulder. And now I'm gonna pull my lapel out. If it's already out, better yet. But otherwise, I try to give him as little warning as possible. And I want to hand just the end of my lapel to my hand in this situation. If I grab too high on my lapel, this is going to make it very difficult to pass my leg over. Okay. Sometimes I might even want like both sides of my lapel pulled out so I have extra slack, but this should be good enough. I hand the end of my lapel to this hand right here. Okay. And now I need to pass my top leg over his head. You see right here, it's a little difficult. So what I'd like to do is use my foot here, start pushing him low down towards my legs. This is going to make it much easier, okay? And now my hand is over his shoulder. I'm going to bring it to the other side of his head, and I just grab my own wrist here. Okay, it's going to be like a little placeholder. Stops him from turning into me. It can help me push him down towards my feet. And now I'm going to start to push his head away past my top leg across. Once I do this, I'm going to start to cross my ankles so that he can't pull this leg back over to this side. And now I'm going to cross my legs. The leg passes over the head. We'll put that on the bottom. Now to finish this choke, I'm just going to flare my knees. I'm going to push this top knee and pull the lapel. It's a very strong choke. If I feel like I wasn't getting this and I'm wasting my energy, I always have the option to try to bail onto it. Arm bar, but this should be good enough. Okay? So a common way that you're going to end up in the underhook style back attack, one of the most common ways I end up there is from a chair sit back take from that one. So this is why I feel it's important to have attacks on the underhook side and the overhook side. So let's say in this situation, George's trying to hip escape or whatever the case may be. If I leave my knee on the ground here, it's probably going to capture my ankle, maybe put me back in half guard, deep half, all kinds of stuff. So I want to hide my leg and I mold to my opponent. Got my knee behind his head like a pillow. I hide my foot from him, and now I'm not letting him put his back on the ground again. This is the position I want. So I'm using my chest behind his shoulder, and I'm pushing everything forward, and I get my gift wrap. My hand under the head, going to grab his wrist, and get like a little figure four grip, like a Kimura. And now I can do my chair sit back take. Okay, I'm going to sit to my butt. And a common mistake with this is people lean towards the side of the head. And this is not going to allow me to take the back. My legs going to stop. So I sit to my butt. I'm going to lean towards my hip, as close to his legs. That's going to allow me to get my other hook. As you see, right here in the same position where we were at. So in the tournament, I will give my points first. 1, 2, 3. And then I go back to here. Okay? Now we're in the same position to attack on pin and choke. Okay? I'm going to rotate so you can see a little bit better. Okay? Another thing I can do, sometimes they'll give you problems with this free hand here, okay? So sometimes, like, once you do this to people enough times, they know what you're trying to do. They can use this hand to start to block the lapel and stuff like that, right? So when I see that, another advantage on the underhook side is I could take away both arms potentially, and so he has no defensive tools. So let's say if I was here, I can grab the meat of his hand, turn his palms up. Maybe I start to push this hand low. I can trap this arm. Okay, I could either cross my ankles, put my shoelaces to his spine. And now, even if he sees this coming, it's difficult for him to stop me from getting this grip. Okay, but once I get this, everything's the same. Okay, here I feel like his head's a little bit too high, so I want to start pushing him down, more towards my body, or towards my legs rather. Grab my wrist, and now I can push him down a little lower if I need to. Okay, pass my top leg over. I already got my hand on my knee, cross my ankles, flare my knee, push, and pull, and get my finish. Okay, and like I said, this isn't working. I have options for arm bars and a lot of different attacks from there. Okay, so that's a really good one to put in your guys' game, and people get used to defending the basic double collar chokes, rear naked chokes. That's a good one that'll catch a lot of people off guard. Okay, so we're going to try to start doing this again every week. So hopefully you guys like that. If you guys want to see more, why don't you make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit the button right here. And we'll see you next week, guys. Peace.